Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm downloading a Britney Spears video this morning. I made it yesterday afternoon because I wasn't quite sure if I'd be able to find something quick, nice. I wanted to download a video nice and early this morning, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to find a news story, so I made that video yesterday, and I'm downloading it this morning. But I did find a news story that I feel very strongly about, and I want to talk about. And it concerns freedom of religion versus freedom from religion. And I honestly, my whole opinion on this, I'll sum it up. I don't think it's a debate between the two. I believe that the problem here is the country has become so extreme. I think there's room for compromise from both sides, really. Okay, let me sum this up. So as I was looking through the news stories this morning, I found one after the other on this debate. I found a couple articles by atheists, all worried that about this constitutional, the way the Constitution was being interpreted, that it's not freedom from religion, not freedom of religion, but freedom. It's not freedom from religion, but freedom of religion, meaning that atheists, have no protection. That in other words, they're atheists and agnostics are concerned that religion will be pushed on them, namely Christianity. And I think they're justified in their concern. And then I found the central argument right on Fox News. The clip will be down below. As I watch this, I just can't believe Fox News' extremist fear-mongering version of this. And I found the reason for this whole debate. Okay, Auburn University. Apparently, the way Fox News describes it, and you got to remember, this is Fox News describing it. I didn't read any other articles about the way it actually happened. They say that one student decided to be baptized this weekend. And then spontaneously, 200 other students decided to be baptized too. So they had this big baptismal ceremony spontaneously. And the Fox hosts say, it's beautiful. Well, it was beautiful, they say, except for some people. And then they kind of make fun. They kind of say it sarcastically. They say that this organization, the Freedom from Religion Foundation, and right there, a lady on one of the Fox News reporters says, it's not freedom from religion, it's freedom of religion. And then I realized this is where the debate, this whole thing has popped up from, why I'm seeing all these stories this morning about freedom from religion versus freedom of religion. Okay. So apparently, this Freedom from Religion Foundation, Foundation for Atheists and Agnostics, they were concerned. They were concerned that some students. This is a public university, Auburn University. So there's supposed to be a division of church and state, and they're concerned that some students are going to be ostracized because they feel that. Now, this is what they're saying. They're saying that it's being pushed on the players by the coaches, which is, I didn't read anything about that. So to me, it sounds like both sides are extreme here. We got both sides, and both of them sound like they're exaggerating just a little bit. The Freedom from Religion Foundation sounds like they're saying, in their interpretation of this, that they're going to be hunted down and forced into Christianity. And I side more with them, actually, on this. I'm kind of in the middle. Okay, so I look at this way. If there could be keg parties and toga parties, well, it's been a long time. That was back in the 70s and 80s when I was in school. Why can't there be, people being baptized? I don't. If it truly was spontaneous, then and it was organized by the students, and a bunch of students decided to be baptized, I really don't see a problem with this. I don't see a big deal. I don't see a reason why the agnostics and atheists should be upset about this. But then you have Fox News arguing that the atheists and the agnostics really don't have any freedom of choice here. The Fox News is arguing that in the Constitution, it says freedom of religion. So what they're saying here is that every American citizen has to have a religion. There is no freedom from religion. You're not free from religion if you live in the United States. That's what Fox News is saying in this article. Like I said, the link will be right down below so you can watch it. And then she exaggerates too. She says, so she says, these people, these atheists, they want freedom from religion. How come there was no freedom? This is what she says. I'm paraphrasing here. She says, how come there was no freedom from the vaccinations when there was COVID? You know, you had to go to, you couldn't go to class. And I just sit there with my mouth open. So she's comparing the Constitution and free choice of religion, which is why the country was founded in the first place, to a health situation, a global pandemic where millions of people, including the woman I love most in this world, died from COVID. You know, it's something that can be transmitted. It's a contagious disease, COVID. You know, religion is not a contagious disease, and she's actually sitting there seriously and comparing the two. Like, if they can be forced to get vaccinated, then they should be forced to be baptized. And, you know, are you freaking kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. There's this extremism here. Okay, so they go on to call this group perverted, and how it's in a subtle way they say this group is making it unappealing for people to be baptized, and in a subtle way. It's not acceptable, and they're all upset about this. They're arguing. Okay, so what they're saying here is that the Constitution is saying you don't have freedom from religion. You have freedom of religion. So, right? So, okay, so if that's the case, which I don't think it is, I think freedom of religion means you're free. That means you're free to have no religion. You're free to have a religion, Hinduism, Christianity, whatever. I think that's about, you know, I'm pretty darn sure that's why what the Constitution means. Okay, so if that's their take on this, and say we get a Republican president that enforces this, how about this? I worship this can of tuna. This is my God. This is how I was created, by Charlie Tuna. I truly believe that with all my heart, and I can back it up. This is my religion. I have freedom of religion, and I worship Charlie Tuna. I believe the whole world was created by Charlie Tuna. And I'm serious about that. And the Constitution grants, okay, so that's a route. If you want to go that route, I can go that route too. You know, if you want to say that there is no freedom of religion, okay, I'll pick religion. I worship a coffee cup. I worship a piece of wood, a stone, Charlie Tuna. There, okay? Now I'm playing along with your interpretation of the Constitution. Like I said, I think, you know, I agree with both sides. I think if this was spontaneous and the kids decide, just like they decide to have a keg party, they can decide to get baptized. There's nothing wrong with getting baptized. And even if it is a public university, does that mean, like I said, if comparing this to keg parties, so it's okay for the underage kids to drink and have keg parties, but it's not okay for them to be baptized because it's a state university. No, I think there's room for kids if they want to get baptized, even if it's just a little organized. Like, you know, some group wants to have a baptismal session, then they should. I don't think it's a big deal. I really don't. I don't see that it all needs to be cleared off the university campus just because it's religion. You know, every part of religion should be banished from a state university. I believe there's room for compromise in this. We become way too extremist in our views, and just like they're saying here, they're forcing the other side, like Fox News is scaring the other side, fear mongering, saying that you don't have freedom for religion. You basically, you know, you have no rights. If you're an atheist, you have no rights. You know, that's wrong too. Here's my take on it. You know, I believe in God. I do. Since I got clean and sober, I pray every morning. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe he's my savior, but that's my view. I have no intention of pushing that on anybody else. Here's one last thought, though. This is something that occurred to me the other day, and I don't want to make this an argument, but I thought about this. I watched a video about a death row prisoner. It's called Nefarious, and he claims to be a demon, and it's a great video. But here's my argument. Okay, say that I believe in God and Jesus, and here's somebody who doesn't, who's an atheist. Here's an important thing. If I'm wrong, I'll never know. I'll die, and I'll just become dust and worm food. I'll never know that I was wrong. But if I'm right and the other person's wrong, well, then he faces possible hell, eternity in hell. So if I'm wrong, I'll never even know. But if the other person's wrong, there's a big mistake there to be made. Just the thought, just something that popped in my head. I'm not urging other people to be religious. I honestly, I really don't care. That's my view on it. And I think it should be more widely spread. If people want religion, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. I think there's more room for compromise in this country. And that's my point. The clip for Fox News will be down below. You guys have a good Monday.